sponsor of NASCAR.
Watch News Channel 5 at 10 tonight to win one of 10 NewsHound phones.
Tonight's headlines: vote to approve a gay bishop is delayed after surprise allegations. A new warning to airlines on terror weapons in disguise. Also tonight, a summer of fire burning acre after acre from one end of Europe to the other. It's a mystery. Who's poisoning the dogs in Portland, Oregon? And everybody has a story. Tonight, a tale of enduring love as a child reaches out to the grandparent he lost.
This is the CBS Evening News with Dan Rather.
Good evening. Dan is away tonight. I'm Scott Pelley. We begin this evening with a surprising development in the story of the priest who stands to become the first openly gay bishop in the Episcopal Church. Church leaders meeting in Minneapolis today have now decided to delay the controversial vote because of last-minute accusations against the priest. CBS News correspondent Jim Axelrod is following these late developments for us. Jim?
Scott, what seemed like a foregone conclusion at lunchtime had turned to chaos by mid-afternoon. The confirmation of Gene Robinson as the nation's first openly gay Episcopal bishop was put on hold, if not permanently halted, by questions about his character.
There is now a
This time yesterday, it appeared everything was a go.
C-045 has been adopted.
A committee of clergy and lay people had voted nearly 2-1 to make Reverend Robinson Bishop Robinson. For church experts like Reverend William Sachs, it was a slam dunk.
I would be astonished if this does not pass.
Well, call him astonished, because right now, Reverend Robinson's future is up in the air. The head of America's 2.3 million member Episcopal Church put the vote on hold after questions were raised regarding the bishop-elect. Apparently, church officials got one email last night from a man saying Robinson put his hands on him inappropriately when they talked at a church event a few years ago.
Some people are curious about the timing to come in the 11th hour like that, but I think that's up to the committee to determine.
Gene Robinson is a 56-year-old from New Hampshire, a divorced father of 2 daughters with whom he remains close. That's him with one on the podium last night. He's been with his partner, a state employee, for 13 years after an amicable split from his wife. How amicable? They were divorced at a church service. She's been quoted about what a great dad and good man he is. This afternoon, members of his home church agreed.
I think it's absolutely pathetic that anyone would stoop this low. I really do.
The investigation will also apparently cover Robinson's relationship to a website for an organization that reaches out to gay and bisexual youth. Despite the specter of a church schism over the issue, the debate had been remarkably civil compared to, say, a quarter century ago when the issue was the ordination of women. Civil, that is, until now. Scott?
Jim Axelrod. Thanks, Jim. Moving now to airline security. CBS News has learned tonight of a new terror alert that will mean even tighter security at airports all around the country. Correspondent Bob Orr in our Washington bureau has more about the alert and what's behind it. Bob?
Scott, airport security screeners, border agents, and federal inspectors now are being warned to pay extra attention to common personal devices, which could be used by terrorists in a new attack. Sources say recent raids on al-Qaeda safe houses overseas have produced boom boxes and cameras that have been modified to conceal weapons. Federal officials say there is no evidence any such device is in circulation, but with fresh intelligence now pointing to another possible hijacking, security at U.S. airports is being tightened. In addition to checking boom boxes, radios, and cameras, agents will also take a harder look at cell phones and laptop computers. There is some information that terrorists could use the electronic devices as component parts for bombs, or may convert them into weapons like stun guns. The Department of Homeland Security is expected to issue this new security alert as early as tomorrow. Scott?
Bob Orr in our Washington bureau. Thanks, Bob. In Iraq now, a winning streak of sorts. U.S. forces got through a third straight day today without suffering a single death in combat. But that does not mean it was a peaceful day, especially in places where loyalty to Saddam Hussein runs deepest. Correspondent Byron Pitts in Iraq is finding stiff resistance even